Could a plant really consume a human? We'll start with the most famous carnivorous plant in the world, the Venus Flytrap. There are many of these plants in the jungles of Borneo and Sumatra, but they are very rare in the rest of the world. They have been selectively bred by humans for their beautiful red and white colors, and are often sold as houseplants. But don't make the mistake of thinking that this is an easy plant to take care of. They need very specific conditions to survive, and can die very quickly if not properly cared for. And be careful when you touch them, as they have sensitive trigger hairs inside their mouths, which will close their mouths if touched. But let's move on to the strange plants that even the ancient Mayans were afraid of. The Mayan was a race of people who lived in Central America around 2,000 years ago, and mysteriously disappeared from the earth around 1,000 years ago. To this day, scientists still don't know what happened to them, but there are theories that they were wiped out by diseases brought over from Europe, or that they were conquered by other tribes. But some legends say that it was the jungle itself that ate them. And indeed, there are plants in the jungle that could easily have eaten the Mayas. For example, there is a plant called the monkey cup. It is also found in the jungles of Southeast Asia, and is a strange plant that can even trap and eat small monkeys. That's why it's called the monkey cup. The plant has a small pool of water at the top, and when a monkey gets thirsty and tries to drink from it, the plant closes its mouth and eats the monkey. So it's possible that this was where the legends of the monkey god, the Mayan death god, came from. But there are even more terrifying plants that are so scary that not even National Geographic has been able to show you them. Did you know that there is a plant that can eat a full-grown man? It is called the Titan Arum. It lives in the jungles of Indonesia and grows to gigantic proportions. Some specimens reach 3 meters in height and 6 meters in width. It has huge leaves that form a funnel, and inside this funnel, the Titan Arum produces a very strong acid that can melt human flesh. This acid is so powerful that it can dissolve even bones. Imagine being trapped inside this plant and slowly melting away into a pool of acid. Well, don't worry, because this plant only eats small animals and humans are too big to fit inside its mouth. But the plant can certainly eat a small child, or an arm, or a leg that falls into the water. And perhaps the ancient people saw something similar and invented the legend of the many-headed water monster that lived in the swamps. The scariest plant in the world is the corpse flower. It is a cross between a Venus flytrap and a Titan arum, and has all the terrifying features of these two plants. It can smell like rotting meat, attract flies with its smell, trap them inside its mouth, and then dissolve them in acid. But that's not all. This plant can also mimic the cries of a small animal in distress. Scientists believe that this is how the corpse flower attracts larger animals such as rats and possums, which are then trapped inside its mouth and dissolved in acid. And who knows what other horrors this plant is capable of. After all, it is a relatively new species, and we still don't know much about it. Maybe someday we'll find out that it can even eat humans. And what do you think? Do you know of any scary plants that could have been the basis for ancient legends? Write about them in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe and put likes. It really helps the channel and motivates us to make new videos. Goodbye.